It must be the biggest intelligence leak in military history. More than 90,000 military files from US archives have emerged. They chart the progress of the Afghan war virtually blow by blow. We've trawled through all this data so that you can make sense of it. The first thing we put together for you is an interactive map of all the IEDs, improvised explosive devices. This shows you how their use has rocketed over 5 years. The next thing we've done is an interactive guide to more than 200 key events where we've showed you the full reports. These detail events such as friendly fire when coalition forces attack each other by accident, occasions when coalition forces have fired on civilians or shot them down, and so-called green on greens in which the Afghan forces fire on each other. These log entries need a bit of explanation. Here's how they're organised. Some of the rows just contain map references and the like, so you don't need to worry about them. The second line shows you the date and often the time when these events occurred. It'll run from 2004 to 2009. This section, the third, describes the type of incident. Sometimes this will say friendly fire, for example, which means our troops firing on each other. If it says friendly action, however, it means an engagement in which our side, the friendly side, started the shooting. The fourth entry, called the category, can have similar information. It might say blue-blue, for example, which means friendly troops firing at each other. The sixth entry is the title line. This can often contain the numbers of people KIA, killed in action, or WIA, which means wounded in action. This one's the really important entry. It's called the summary. It carries a short report of what is supposed to have actually happened. It's often written in plain English, although sometimes in a pretty impenetrable military jargon. There follow some rows designed for statistics. How many friendly forces, host nation or civilians were killed or wounded in action. Unfortunately, these are highly unreliable, and very often the authors simply fail to fill them in. Down at the bottom there's a section called CCIR. This can be important. It's called Commander's Critical Information Requirement. It may sometimes say things like negative media expected or credible allegations that civilians have been injured. In addition, you can download all this raw data from our data blog as a spreadsheet.